Today we're going to add two new words to the lexical set we've been learning relating to fear. The first word is scared, which means to be afraid of something, to be nervous or frightened. For example, I'm really scared to speak English in my job. The second word is terrified, which means to be very afraid, extremely frightened. For example, John was terrified he would lose his job. So we can see the different degrees, the different levels of fear. Terrified being more extreme than scared, which is less extreme. Okay, so now I'm going to give you today's word scale. And what I would like you to do is to complete this using the 6 adjectives we have, 4 of which you should be familiar with, we've studied them before, and the 2 new adjectives, scared and terrified. I'd like you to complete the word scale from less extreme to most extreme using all of these words. So do talk together and complete this. Thank you. Rationale. Having given an example of these new words, scared and terrified, in context, using a word scale is a great strategy to clarify degrees of meaning. It also increases meaning-focused input and output by involving the learner directly in the acquisition of new vocabulary. It's great for visual and kinesthetic learners and is a learner-centered activity enabling students to become independent learners. Moving on to the next 2 words, glad and sad. Glad meaning happy and sad meaning the opposite, unhappy. So we're going to have a bit of fun with this, and we're going to use a situation dice. You can see that on each side of the situation dice there is a different situation. For example, you pass an exam, you lose your mobile phone, you get promoted, you win the lottery. Okay? And what I would like you to do is to take it in turns to throw the dice onto the table and read the situation. Then I would like you to explain if you would feel glad or sad in this situation and why. Okay, so let's start with you, Nuria. Thank you. Exactly. Yes, if you won the lottery, you'd be glad as you wouldn't need to go to work. Very true, Nuria. Thank you. Jose, your turn. So you'd be sad if you lost your mobile phone, as it would be a complete disaster. Okay, thanks. Do you all agree? Would any of you be glad to be without a mobile phone? Rationale. Using a situation dice is a great strategy to encourage and create interaction in the classroom. By reading examples and selecting the words sad or glad in their answer, students are learning through context. As these are common words, it's important that learners can relate them to everyday situations. This communicative language strategy creates interaction in the classroom and enables students to learn effectively. Finally, as it's the end of the week, I've brought you all a small gift, okay? Some traditional English chocolates. Now, don't open them yet. What I would like you to do is to write down your emotions. Describe how you feel. What do you want to express? Okay, Carlos, if you can start. Okay. So you want to express thanks. Janira. You want to say thank you and give me a hug. Fantastic. So this emotion is to be grateful. Okay, when we are thankful, when we want to express our thanks, we are grateful. So imagine I tell you that this has been a mistake. These gifts are not for you. How do you feel now? Alvaro? You don't know what to think. Yes. Maria? You don't understand what is happening. Exactly. So this emotion is to be confused. When you don't understand what's happening, when you don't understand something, then we are confused. You're all confused, and I have confused you. But don't worry, you can take your chocolates home with you at the end. Rationale. Experiential and participatory learning is a great way to help us remember things. When we use a scenario like this, not only can teachers elicit answers from learners, but the learner is more likely to make an effective, active connection to the word in their memory bank. Having a teacher give chocolates and then decide they've changed their mind isn't likely to be forgotten. They can then associate this memory and the emotions they felt with the two new words they learned, grateful and confused, making it easier for them to remember and retrieve these words in the future. Thank you.